We're excited to bring some more virtual activities into your home. My name is Pat Sorrells. I'm the president and CEO of Camp for All. Why don't you introduce yourself?
I'm Kurt Bedeswa, and I'm the camp director at Camp for All, and we are so excited that you're joining us.
So Camp for All is a place for children and adults with challenging illnesses and special needs, and they come here and discover life. It is truly barrier-free in so many ways, and one of the ways is our programming. Kurt, why don't you tell them about that?
We use a term called universal programming, which means that there are multiple ways to do all of our activities, and campers get to choose the way that is the best for them, for whatever reason. And so instead of telling them how to do an activity, we show the ways to do the activity and they get to choose. That gives everybody that internal satisfaction of being able to achieve something at camp.
They come here and they realize that they're not defined by their challenge. They come here and realize what they can do. And that's a lot of universal activities enable that in so many ways. So we're excited to bring you another group of virtual activities today. I hope you've enjoyed what we've done so far. I know I have. Kurt, what's your favorite?
You know, I really like the s'mores, that s'mores video, and I'm working through trying to make some of those s'mores. Have you guys tried to make them? Because I don't know about you, but s'mores take me back to that evening campfire at camp. And while we're not having those evening campfires in a group, we can make these in our home. That was one of my favorites.
Yeah, you like food.
I do like food, it's true.
I have to say that the ranch and learning about our animals, Jacob, Mike, Miriam and Bee, they've taught me things I didn't know about our animals and our horses. And I give a lot of tours of camp, and I'm going to use that information now.
Yeah, me too. I've definitely learned a lot, and we hope that you have learned as much as we have from these videos. Hey campers, do you want to go meet some more interesting animals? How about we go see JJ and Theodore? Anybody know who they are? Let's go find out.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Nature. I'm Jacob, and this is my friend Theodore. Theodore is a black-tailed prairie dog. He also has a friend in the other cage. His name's JJ, but he's sleepy right now, so we're not gonna disturb him. But black-tailed prairie dogs are very social animals. They really like to interact with each other, interact with people. Sometimes they can be grumpy, like Theodore here. He doesn't really like to be held. But they really like to eat different kinds of grasses, flowers, seeds, even different types of insects. So these guys mostly eat vegetables, grass, and flowers is pretty much what I give them. Every now and then I'll give them a treat, like sweet potatoes and rosebud petals as well. Theodore, he's gotten better with being petted. He likes to be pet while he eats, but as far as being handled, he can get a little grumpy. JJ, on the other hand, is very comfortable being held. He likes to take a lot of naps and has been known to fall asleep in somebody's arms before. Prairie dogs, they communicate with over 500 different types of calls. calls are so specific that they can describe a human by both their size and the color of clothes that they're wearing. They live in herds, and they build huge communities. One of the biggest prairie dog communities that's ever been found spanned over 25,000 miles, and had over 400 million members in that just one community of prairie dogs. Other than that, they're pretty adorable creatures. Again, they like to take naps, as you can see by Theodore here. He kind of fell asleep on me as well. So I guess it's nap time for them both. All right, well, that's all I have today on prairie dogs. So stay tuned for another episode.
Do you hear that? I love the sounds of nature. Nature and camp and the music of nature and camp go hand in hand. So let's learn more about nature and camp, and let's go join Alice.
Oh, hey, didn't see you there. I was busy closing my eyes and listening to the beautiful music that nature can make. My name is Alice, and I'm a program supervisor here at Camp for All. Hey, I have an idea. Let's close our eyes together and see what sounds we can hear. I can hear birds chirping, and turtles and snakes sliding into the water, and cicadas, and crickets, and the wind going through the trees. Did you know that all of that can be music? Anything can be music, really, which is one of my favorite things about music. If you want, you can take a rock, like this one, and bang it on another rock to make a rhythm. Ready? Oh, the rock broke. That's okay, that happens sometimes. You can also take two sticks and hit them together to add a little bit more of a beat. Yep. You can take a branch and you can just rub it in the dirt to create a different kind of sound element. It's pretty cool. Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you, in a minute but not yet, I want you to pause the video. And I want you to go outside, and I want you to go outside and listen and observe what kinds of sounds you're hearing nature make. Okay? All right, ready? Go. Wasn't that such a fun thing? I love listening to nature. I love listening to music. I think that what we should do next is we should head inside and go up to arts and crafts so that way we can learn how to make our own instruments. How does that sound? Good? All right, come on. Let's go.
Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for coming with me. So today we are going to be making some instruments that belong in the percussion family. A percussion instrument is an instrument that keeps the beat in a piece of music. The most popular percussion instrument is probably the drums, right? That big drum set. But there are some percussion instruments that you might not think of when you think of things that keep the beat. And that includes the xylophone, the piano, and the guitar. Fun facts. So today we are going to be making some tambourine shakers, and we are going to be making our own rubber band guitars. So let's start with those tambourine shakers. So what you're going to need for your tambourine shakers is you're going to need 2 disposable plates. You don't want to use real ones, it would create a very big mess. A stapler, and some beads. Just some beads. And if you want to do any decorating, that is up to you. You can get whatever you want. For my decorating, I have some Elmer's glue and some pink glitter, because pink glitter is my favorite color. But you can use anything to decorate. You can use gems, you can use markers, paint, crayons, or you can just leave it plain if that's what you decide to do. It is up to you. All right, so this is really easy. The first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna take our 2 plates and put them side by side. And then we need our beads. I don't know if you noticed, but when I shake this container of beads, it makes a sound that you can find in some types of music. And that is the sound that we are going after in making these tambourine shakers. So you're gonna take like a handful of beads. You don't need very many. And you're gonna put them in one of the plates. Then you're gonna take the other plate and put that on top. Then you're gonna take your stapler and you're gonna go around and you're gonna staple the 2 plates together. And there you go, that's as easy as it gets. That's the whole tambourine shaker. But I'm gonna decorate it, so bear with me. So I'm gonna take this piece of construction paper because I don't wanna make a huge mess, and it's a lot easier to clean up glitter if you put glitter on over another piece of paper. I'm gonna take this glue, I'm gonna make a fun design with the glue. All over, it's just some swirls. And you can do whatever kind of design you want. This instrument is yours to keep for as long as you want. All right, then I'm gonna take our glitter and I'm going to shake it on top of my shaker until it's all over the glue. And then I'm going to go like this and dump up all of the excess. And then we have this really cool pattern that's all glittery and all fun and swirly, and we can make music. Ready? Wow, that is pretty awesome. All right, I'm just gonna move this stuff down, and we're gonna move on to our rubber band guitar. The things that you will be needing to make this super cool rubber band guitar is a paper towel roll, or you can take a couple of toilet paper rolls and tape them together if you don't have one. Rubber bands, and either a shoe box or a tissue box. Oh, and a pair of scissors. These are also important. So, a shoebox this is going to be a really, really big guitar. A tissue box might work a little bit better. That's okay. So the first thing that you're going to do, if you have a shoebox, you're just going to cut off one side to make sure that it is, you only have one box side. If you're using a tissue box, you can just kind of leave it. Just maybe make the whole of your tissue box a little bit bigger. So now we have this. All right, so now we have to string our guitars. A guitar has 6 strings. It has a low E, an A D string, a G string, a B string, and a high E string. And we need to try and get all of these strings onto our guitar. So let's start from this side. There's one. There's 2. And 3. And listen, do you hear that? If you pluck them, they're making different sounds, and that's just because they're stretched to different amounts of stretchiness, which makes the rubber bands vibrate at different frequencies. These aren't actually the notes that a guitar plays. All right, let's get the other 3 on. Ready? 4, 5, and the last one, 6. We have all 6 strings on our guitar. Pretty cool. Now we need the guitar neck, which is where this comes in. We are going to glue the guitar neck to the top of the guitar like this. So what I'm going to use some hot glue because it takes a little bit of a shorter time to dry, but you can use whatever you may have at home. You can even use tape. Sometimes tape works best. Yeah, so that is our rubber band guitar. I love playing guitar. It's really fun. Let's try and play a song together. What do you think? This would be a lot easier if I had a real guitar. Maybe if I wish really, really hard, this will turn into one. What do you think? 1, 2, 3. Wow! And what if I was outside? Wow! Hey, I wish that I had my friends with me. Wow, all my friends are here. This is so fun. Hey guys, let's jam. Here we go. Well, that's all that we have for today. Thanks for coming and hanging out. And we'll see you next time, back here at Camp for All.
Hey campers, let's take a little break and head to story time.
Hello, my name is Dennis Aerosmith, and I am the author of The Armadillo's Dream. Now, I wrote the words to this book, and the illustrations are by Edward Hakobian. I dedicated it to the memory of Sandra Bernhardt, the founder of HGO Co. and the resilient city of Houston, Texas. Shall we begin the story? The Armadillo's Dream. Have you ever met an armadillo? Believe me, my friends, if you had, you would know. They are curious critters with tough, armored skin, but gentle in nature, rather timid within. Our story is about an unusual guy who had a big dream, one he just had to try. This armadillo was a fellow named Sandy. He loved digging for bugs. In his shell, he felt dandy. Sandy lived on the banks of the Buffalo Bayou, which flows like a river, a bit like a swamp too. It wraps around Houston, past buildings and parks where people run, bike, and paddle near landmarks. Very close to the bayou is one awesome building, the Wortham. It hosts many shows that are thrilling. It is shared by the ballet and Houston Grand Opera, which offer the Nutcracker and La Traviata. Beviamo la tazza il cantico, la notte a bella e riso, in questo paradiso ne scopra il nuovo Dio. Houston Grand Opera puts on a fine show, telling stories with music and words, don't you know? As I mentioned before, our dear armadillo had a dream. Can you guess what it was? Do you know? The one thing on earth that filled up Sandy's dreams was one day to sing. It made him burst at the seams. But the question was clear. How could such a creature learn how to sing and on stage be a feature? Walking along in his usual way, Sandy encountered a cricket one day. What luck by Jiminy to run into this bug! His warm chirp chirp song was a theme Sandy dug. Chirp 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 chirp. Chirp 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 chirp. Hello, Sandy called. What nice music you make. I'm longing to sing. How much work does it take? Don't be ridiculous, you silly thing. Just look at yourself. You'll never sing. Singers are tiny. It's a delicate art. You don't have the legs, I'm afraid. Bless your heart. But Sandy just shrugged and moseyed along. He couldn't give up on his armadillo song. Near the edge of the bayou, there came a great splashing, where a bulbous old frog sang an aria quite dashing. This impressive style could be just the ticket if Sandy could mimic this frog's ribbit, ribbit. Ribbit, 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 ribbit. Ribbit, 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 ribbit. Hello, Sandy called. I just love your deep voice. I'm longing to sing. It would make me rejoice. Don't be ridiculous, you silly thing. Just look at yourself. You'll never sing. Singers are amphibious. You can't hit this note. Pardon the expression. There's no frog in your throat. But Sandy just shrugged and continued his quest. He couldn't give up. He would give it his best. On down the bayou, Sandy heard overhead birds softly singing who might help him instead. These were canaries with voices so sweet. They flew through the air and they sang tweet, tweet, tweet. Tweet, 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 tweet. Tweet, 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 tweet. Hello, Sandy called. I love your bright song. I'm longing to sing. What am I doing wrong? Don't be ridiculous, you silly thing. Just look at yourself. You'll never sing. Singers are graceful with sun-colored wings. You'll never know the joy that singing brings. But Sandy just shrugged, as determined as ever. The thing he disliked was when someone said never. Sandy's legs were quite short, and this journey was long. How far must he travel to find his own song? My eyelids are heavy, to himself he expressed. I'll curl up in a ball for a moment of rest. Then out of the blue, a great storm swept around Sandy, tucked in his shell, by sleep tightly bound. As I'm sure you're aware, Houston knows a good storm, but this one was magical and not quite the norm. Colorful raindrops plopped pitches low and high, and suddenly a rainbow unfurled through the sky. Sandy's paws left the earth. He was floating on air, as if by unseen hands he was held with such care. Swirls of thick fog wrapped him up like warm coats, as each paw dissolved into musical notes. With one clap of thunder, there remained just his shell. But what happens next? Would you like me to tell? Back on the bayou, Sandy was changed from before, and his shell floated down to the opera's stage door. Surely through fate he arrived at this place. Then a crew member brought him inside, just in case. In the current production, they were missing a prop. Without it, the show would surely come to a stop. In the opera, The Pearl Fishers, the hero needed a shell. They had tried out a trumpet, a drum, and a bell, but those seemed all wrong for this exotic setting. Perhaps there was something the director was forgetting. Then the hero blew into the shell, music ringing. At last, Sandy's dream had come true. He was singing. Bum bum ba bum 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 ba bum 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 ba bum 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 ba bum 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 bum. The audience, to its delight, heard a beautiful tone. It was as if, at long last, Sandy found himself home. By a miracle, he had been triumphantly transformed. Then the curtain came down on the opera performed. From far and wide, fans and critics agreed. This show, with its shell, was superb. Yes, indeed. Now from this sweet dream, Sandy never awoke. He sang lovely music, and that is no joke. Go down to the bayou, I give you this task. On each muddy bank, I promise, go ask. The crickets and frogs and canaries will say, you still hear dear Sandy. He sings to this day. The end. I hope you enjoyed my story, The Armadillo's Dream.
Hey campers, I don't know about you, but I'm getting kind of hungry. One of my favorite camp foods is corn dogs. And so we're going to go join Lindsay Galmore, one of our program supervisors, as she teaches us how to make corn dog muffins. And she's got a couple of special assistants along with her.
Hi guys! morning. My name is Lindsay, and I'm here with my nieces today. Y'all want to introduce yourself?
I'm Kylie.
I'm Mackenzie. And we're going to teach you how to make corn dog muffins. So, corn dogs are a huge hit at camp, so I thought we would try a fun way to do them at home. So, we're going to tell you all about those ingredients, but first off, we already have preheated our oven to 400 degrees. All right? So, we have some of our ingredients already set out here. We have sprayed our muffin pan with non-stick cooking spray. We have our flour. We have 1 1/4 cup. We have 1/4 cup of sugar. We have our 3/4 cup cornmeal. We have a teaspoon of sea salt and a teaspoon of baking soda. We're going to go ahead and get started on our dry ingredients. And we're going to pour it into the bowl. So you want to pour that one in. Good. So we have our flour. Mackenzie's gonna pour that sugar in. And then Kylie, you can do this one. Awesome. So first we're doing our dry ingredients. And this is just to make our cornbread. So y'all can go ahead and stir that up with this spoon. Awesome. Mackenzie's also gonna start cutting up our hot dogs. So you can do beef hot dogs or turkey hot dogs. We have a little combination today, but we're just going to cut them into 4 pieces. So she's using a butter knife and she's very comfortable doing that. So I'm gonna get going on our wet ingredients. So I've already cracked 2 eggs in my bowl. So I'm gonna go, you wanna stir that up? Kylie's gonna stir the eggs and I'll get the milk ready. Well, so we'll check. Our milk is 2/3 cup. All right, so this is whole milk. So we're gonna get our wet ingredients done separate from our dry ingredients first. So we have our milk now ready. Nice job, Kylie. Then we're going to get our sour cream. So we are using 3/4 cup of sour cream. I'm just gonna scoop straight from here. I don't usually use sour cream normally, so.
Lindsay, am I going to help you with the whipped cream?
Yes, you are. All right, if anyone has any questions while we're doing this, please feel free to comment. My sister Natalie is videoing.
So, Lindsay, should I put this in there?
Not yet. I'll tell you in just a second. How you doing, Mackenzie? Good. Oh, awesome. All right, so we got our 3/4 cup sour cream. Kylie beat our eggs. Okay, awesome. So we are ready to get all of our liquid mixed together now. So Kylie, you're gonna pour your eggs in here. Want me to help you? Nice.
Nancy would like to know if that's full fat sour cream.
It is full fat. I'm not sure if that matters necessarily. All right. Kylie, why don't you go ahead and start stirring this right here.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, let's keep stirring that over there. Can you help? We're going to stir all of our cornmeal and flour so that it is nice and stirred up. All right, so we are going to switch that out, Kylie, and do a little whisking now. Here, let me try real quick. Let me just do this. Okay, there you go. Awesome. So we are going to do all of this first, and then we're going to add our butter in. Y'all are doing awesome. All right, let me help you just a little bit.
Samantha says, hi, Lindsay and nieces.
Samantha's one of my coworkers. All right, now we're gonna add in our butter. Wait, never mind. Butter is after. I forgot. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and add in our wet ingredients in here. All right, Kylie. Actually, Mackenzie, you want to help Kylie do that?
I got it.
Nice. Good job. So we're gonna go ahead and here, Mackenzie's gonna do this one, okay, Kylie? You can do it after the butter. Sound good? Y'all are doing good. All right, so after we get all of this mixture, whipped together, we're gonna add in the butter, and then we're gonna be ready to put it into our muffin tin. So that was pretty
So
quick.
can I add in the
We're gonna let Mackenzie keep stirring just a minute, okay?
can I add in the butter though?
Sure.
Okay.
Oh, nice job. Okay, yes, you can add in the butter. Might be a little warm. Oh, you wanna do it? You can help me.
Ooh.
So that was 8 tablespoons of unsalted butter that we melted in the microwave. Careful, babe. All right. So we are going to whisk that around so it's nice and smooth. And then we're going to be adding that to, once we're all ready, we're going to put it into our muffin tin. We're doing mini muffins today just because they're nice and portable, but you can do any size. You can also do corn dog muffins with just normal cornbread mix. We're just doing homemade cornbread today. All right, can I help you finish it off real quick? All right, y'all did good. Okay, y'all are used to using a little scooper for cookies, right? That's what we're gonna do today. So,
Can I pour it in my
yeah, you're gonna scoop some in. So depending on if some of the people in your family don't like hot dogs or corn dogs, you can also just make some corn muffins. So we'll try that out also. Okay, girls, so we are going to just scoop in there.
Here, can I scoop it?
Okay.
Well, I'll let both of you do it. So I think it says it's supposed to be about a heaping tablespoon, and it should take up most of your little muffin cavity. Because remember, we're going to still add in our hot dogs, so we got to leave a little room for our hot dog. Now do you know how to do it? Nice. Good job. Awesome job. You want to do one more? Good.
Yeah, I'll get a little more.
Okay, that's a good idea.
This one's good.
So this is nice and easy to make. It only takes 12 minutes to bake them. And you saw it was quite quick for us to mix everything up together. And easy, so fun to do at home. All right, let's let Mackenzie do one after this.
Yeah, I'm doing one.
One more, okay, and then Mackenzie. All right. And then we're gonna stick some of those hot dogs in, okay? Yes! That one's got plenty. We'll go ahead and go to it.
This one got plenty too.
So this actually makes way more than the amount of spots here on the muffin tin. So you can make, gosh, probably 40 or so. Doing great, girls. All right, let me do some. Okay. How about y'all start putting the hot dogs in? So you're just gonna stick them straight down in.
Yeah, that one.
Awesome.
I picked the one.
Anyone watching?
We got lots of watchers. Everyone's been commenting that the girls are good helpers.
Oh yeah, they are good helpers.
Thank you, everybody. Thanks for watching us.
they asked if their friends were going to be watching. I said, well, probably my coworkers and friends, but maybe we can share it. All right, we're almost done. Nice job. These are also great to put in the freezer. So if you want to make a lot and just throw them in the freezer, it's easy to warm them up. All right, looks like we're about done. Here's the last one. Great. They are a little tall for our mini muffins, but the cornbread will cook up around it, and through the power of the internet, we have already made some. So here's what they look like. Like I said, we already did some cornbread as well as the corn dog muffins.
They're really good.
All right, thanks for watching. Have a great day.
Welcome to the Camp for All Costume Closet. Can you believe this? It is heaven on earth for those of you that love costumes. It's wonderful because campers can come in here and create their own magic with costumes or however they want to dress. It is totally accessible, barrier-free, so anybody in a wheelchair can go anywhere in the room just like anybody else and choose their favorite outfit. In addition, if I want this wonderful little outfit right here, I can, if I'm in a wheelchair, I can just pull it down myself and take it off the rack. Another example of barrier-free.
Hey Camp for All friends, my name is Lindsay and I'm a program supervisor. I'm going to teach you how to make slime today. So it's a super easy recipe that I think anyone can try at home and have a great time doing it. So for this one we only need a few ingredients. So we are going to use Elmer's clear glue. We're going to use some baking soda. We are going to use contact solution. And we are going to use food coloring, or you can even use whatever paint you have if you don't have food coloring. I'm going to use this clear little measuring cup only because I don't have a clear bowl to show y'all. Let's get into it. Are y'all ready? Okay. So we are going to pour out all of our glue into our bowl or our measuring cup. All right, try to get all of it out. Give it some time to settle out. Okay, that's pretty good. Next, we are going to add in our food coloring. We are going to do green today. I'll match my Camp for All green. But you are welcome to do whatever color you like. I tried blue before and my hands were stained blue for a bit, so just warning on that one. Okay, so that looks good. So I've got my food coloring. I'm just gonna do some drops in here. You can also add in glitter if you want. Okay, so I'm gonna stir around. Ooh, I think I got a lot of good food coloring. It is Nice and dark. Y'all see? Okay, perfect. So from there, we are now going to add in our baking soda. Looks like it's a little bit messy. So I just have a regular spoon and I'm gonna do about almost all of it one time and then one more time. Okay, now I'm going to stir in my baking soda. This is gonna make it start getting slimy. Oh, it's looking good. It's starting to activate the slime. And I think good slime should be green. I don't know, it just seems right. Okay, make sure you get all that baking soda mixed around in there. Okay, that looks great. Oh, I still have some more. All right. It's kind of like when you're mixing up your cake mix and you're trying to get all of those little pieces of dry mixture together. Okay, that looks good. Now with our contact solution, we are just going to squirt it in, and you're gonna kind of see when the slime starts looking a little different. Just give it a good squirt. We're gonna mix it around, and it should already start kind of grabbing it a little bit, getting it a bit sticky, but it's still kind of gross and you won't want to grab it quite yet. So we're going to do one more good squirt on the contact solution. So let me work this around and then we'll add some more. Okay, great. Okay, it is about all the way mixed together. If you have on any jewelry, rings, bracelets, you don't want to get grody. You probably want to take them off before this next step. I decided to add some more. Okay, great. All right, here it is. Oh, it's awesome. Prematurely. So I'm gonna add some more contact solution and then we should be good to go. Yes, this is what we want to see. So now when you get it out, it should be nice and ooh, that is awesome. So work it around a little bit. You get everything settled in. See how far you can stretch your slime. You could get out a plate and see if you can fill it out on your plate as big as possible. You can make some handprints in your slime. You can write in your slime. But yeah, that's how we make our slime. So this was really fun. You can actually save your slime for a week or so if you put it into a Tupperware container. Like if you have a plastic container with a lid, you should be able to keep your slime for a week or so. Play with it when you want to put it away. Just make sure to keep it over a surface and not stuck in your carpet. Your parents probably won't be very happy about that. All right, awesome. Well, I hope you get to make slime soon at home and you have a great time. We will see you soon. Thanks. Bye.
Hey campers, have you been enjoying our virtual camp activities? We sure hope you have. And when it's safe to do so, we invite you to come to Camp for All. If you want to find out how, just check out campforall.org. Go to our Find a Camp and see what camp is right for you.
Hey campers, thanks for joining us today. Let's join Alice for the goodbye song and we'll see you next time.
All right, let's sing a little goodbye song. Are you ready? I'm ready. Here we go. I'd like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony. I'd like to hold it in my arms and keep it company. I'd like to see the world for once, all standing hand in hand, and hear them echo through the hills for peace throughout the land. I'd like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony. I'd like to hold it in my arms and keep it company. I'd like to build the world a home and furnish it with love. Grow apple trees and honey bees and snow white turtle doves. Last one, I'd like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony. I'd like to hold it in my arms and keep it company. All right, thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Bye.
See you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile.
Before